What you think, buddy? Hello again. It's been a while since the last upload. Again. I have no idea what intro footage y'all just watched, but it is from months ago, so if the weather doesn't look summery, that's why. Like I said in the last video, things have been pretty busy for me lately, but I finally started winding down a big project and have more time for personal art now. So in an effort to get back into non-project related things, I burned through this sketchbook. This is the sketchbook I started back around the beginning of the year. I took a break from it for a few months, and after I finished that project, I picked it up again about a month ago and just could not stop drawing. So, in case you didn't see the video where I started in the sketchbook, this is just a super cheap, crappy sketchbook I got just to play around in. I felt less pressured working in this one than in my other more expensive sketchbooks, and the fact that it was so cheap was oddly liberating. Also, this is the first sketchbook I've ever completed in my life, and I'm super proud to finally have a finished sketchbook in my artistic accomplishments, as silly as that may seem. I feel like most artists have tons of finished sketchbooks by the time they're my age, but better late than never, I guess. So I didn't really have any goals for this sketchbook other than to just draw a bunch of things I don't normally draw and to work with a range of mediums and styles. I'm sure I've mentioned this before, but I've really been wanting to practice simplifying my style, so I made sure to practice that here, and boy did I use the heck out of a bunch of different mediums. So after doing so much project work within certain constraints, I also felt like I had kind of forgotten how to draw and be creative without rules and prompts. So that was another big thing that I wanted to work on, especially when I came back to the sketchbook after my little hiatus. Just trying to figure out what I actually like to draw without having to work within certain guidelines, so that was really fun as well. Alright, so I don't want this video to be too long, so we're just gonna get into it. Let's go! Alright, first you can see how thick this boy got while I was working on it. Yeah, like I said, I use a lot of different mediums, so yeah, let's dive in. First page is pretty lackluster. I just put the estimated date that I started. I'm pretty sure I started before this, but I don't have like a solid date on that, so I just guessed, and this was the day that I finished it, which as of filming was yesterday. And this is the first spread I did where I did the video of this where I was using the Shinhan watercolors, just testing them out. Like I said in that video, this paper is definitely not watercolor friendly, but I tried, and yeah, I still like this piece. Here I was practicing drawing one of my head world races. They're kind of sheeple if you will. Yeah, I was just practicing drawing them in different styles, starting to use like pen and stuff, which I don't normally use in my sketchbook. Just trying to figure out how to lay out sketchbooks and make them look interesting, because that's something that I've always been kind of envious of other artists, is that they can lay out their sketchbooks in really pleasing ways, and yeah, I just wanted to start giving that a try. This is some wing practice, still trying to figure out how to lay out sketchbooks in a pleasing way. Yeah, I started to make a little bit of progress with that, but yeah. And this was just to see how alcohol markers do in this sketchbook, and that didn't work out too well. I mean, I like the piece, but this paper, it just like soaks up all of the ink, I feel like, and it felt like I was getting kind of wasteful with the markers. So yeah, I didn't care for that, so I kind of avoided using alcohol markers straight on the paper from then on. And here I actually painted over it just to get rid of the bleed through. And I'm sorry if you hear my dog licking himself. Achilles, stop. But yeah, I painted over this with just regular acrylic craft paint and just started drawing random stuff. I think I had initially tried to use my Arteza acrylic paint markers here, and I didn't like how it was turning out, so I painted over it again and then went over it with pen while it was still a little wet. So yeah, it was kind of trying to fix mistakes over and over, but I actually like how this little spread turned out, these little polar bears. And this is just a random bird. Just wanted to try a different layout, trying to get a handle of how to do different types of layouts and not necessarily filling up the pages, but just like putting something in the center. And also practicing a little bit more with colored pencil, and then the branch is acrylic paint. And again, started messing with doing some more collage-y type stuff. This is actually some really cheap colorful paper that I got from the dollar store, I think. So yeah, I just cut it up and drew some animals. I forget what these are. I think this is a muntjac, if I'm not mistaken. This might be a Nyala. I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, this is water-based marker, which did not bleed through, thankfully. So yeah, after I tested those here, I started using them more throughout the sketchbook. Yeah, zombies. So I think I did this one first and then just did the background. Kind of, I guess, JoJo Steel Ball Run inspired, if you know, you know. And yeah, this is just random zombies. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. I'm kind of mucusy today. I apologize. But yeah, I was kind of practicing just drawing really loose. I find that when I draw more horror themed art, I like to make it more rough and sketchy. I think that kind of just fits the vibe, you know? But yeah, I really enjoy doing this, even though it's super simple. I like the red and how it just kind of runs off into the white of the page. So yeah, that was really fun. This is part of a couple of Instagram requests that I took just to try and fill up spreads in the sketchbook. This character is, well, their owner is right here. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce, but that's who owns this character on Instagram. I think they were like a hummingbird phoenix, if I remember correctly. And this was done all in colored pencil, so that was a good little exercise. And this is another Instagram request. This belongs to Melly Rasa, if I'm saying that correctly, on Instagram. And this was a really cool little character. I really enjoyed making this piece. This was the Shinhan watercolor, and it looks like I used some pen and colored pencil as well, and most likely some paint pen. And this was just a bunch of random boxes. This is an extremely messy page. I was trying to get a handle of those water-based markers some more, because I don't really use them very often at all. So yeah, it got kind of a little smudgy when I put it over the graphite, but yeah. And this was another page where I think that I had drawn something else and I didn't like it, so I painted over it with some more acrylics. And then I just drew these nice little crows or ravens or whatever they are on top. So this was like a little fun, little styled experiment page. And here we have some gel pen bears. We've got a panda and a, what is this, a sun bear? I think it's a sun bear. Yeah, this page was really fun. It turned out really glittery. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I pretty much killed these pens with these pieces of art. So yeah, it was fun though. I had a lot of fun using these gel pens because I don't really use them a whole lot. And some bat practice using those water-based markers again. It looks like I kind of learned my lesson from the foxes and outlined these in pen so they wouldn't bleed as much. So yeah, cute little bats. And not a huge fan of this page. I think I was doing some style practice here, just drawing some random animals, trying to get a handle of how I like to stylize animals. And I think this is about where I stopped working on this a few months ago. So yeah, you could tell that I was kind of losing my drive to work on non-project related art. And this is where I picked it up again. So you can see, like, I did not know what the heck to do. I had totally forgotten how to draw anything that was not a prompt. So I just started drawing random stuff. Yeah, I thought it might be fun to try and paint over a paint sample swatch from Walmart. And yeah, for some reason the paint pens didn't work so well on this attempt. I don't know why. Later attempts they worked really well, but this one, no. And then this is just a quick little, I think this is gouache and this is paint pen, where I tried to just doodle some bamboo that I have sitting on my desk. And this is where I started getting more into the sketchbook. Started drawing some birds. So that was really fun because I don't draw birds a whole lot because wings are intimidating. And this is where I started trying to get into my paint pen some more. Just trying to figure out how they work in here. I have a lot of issues with the paint pens kind of pilling up this paper, which I think is just a paper issue, but yeah, that was interesting, just trying to figure out how they work. And then this page, I just felt like drawing some houses and a little doodle of a zoo enclosure because I've been playing a lot of Planet Zoo. Yeah, I'm not really good at buildings, but I tried. Okay, this page, I was struggling a whole lot. I did not know what to draw. So I just found some random images on Pinterest and just started drawing random stuff. I'm sure you've seen this meme of this dog with their nose on the glass table. And this was like a decoration in an aquarium, I think. Yeah, just a random page. And this is when I was doing some unicorn stuff. I did unicorn for a few days and then I just kind of like lost all interest in it. So I did just a big old page of colorful unicorns just to do something. I don't think I ever actually posted this anywhere. I just did random unicorns. This I think is paint pen and colored pencil mostly. And this is when I really started to get into the sketchbook. I just basically went through and got my acrylic paints out and just went ahead and like filled in a bunch of random colors on the sketchbook, as you will see later on. And then my plan was to just let the ideas come to me as I got to each different color. So for this one, I did, I felt inspired to do some stands from JoJo. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that since I'm left-handed, a lot of the time I work from right to left just so I don't smudge stuff. So going for, not all the time, but most of the time, the stuff that's on the right-hand side is the stuff that I did first, just so you know. But yeah, I decided to do some fan art of Queen and Tusk. little baby tusk. So this was fun. I really enjoyed drawing stands because it gives me an opportunity to practice human anatomy without, like, it's not as much pressure because they're human for the most part, but they have, like, I don't know, like these weird features, obviously, where it's not as intimidating to draw because it doesn't look, you know, you can't pick out the, like, you can't be real particular about being a perfectionist with these guys because they don't look perfectly human, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I really like this page. And this is just another random, I don't know what to draw page. I have no idea what this is supposed to be. I just felt like drawing some more dead stuff. And some flowers and this random girl. So yeah, just another weird page. And here we have Fruggos. This was a really fun one. This was more practice with the paint pen. Yeah, this one was really fun to do, even though the pilling situation was pretty frustrating. Yeah, I think I did this when I got a bunch of new Poscas that I wanted to try out. So yeah. And this was more practice with the paint pens. This was really fun, really cute to do, a very not my usual style. And then this was just like more practice with just being more illustrative. This back gold piece was actually what I painted on there with my acrylic paints, and then I went over it with the actual paint pens. So that was a fun little stylization experiment. And some seals. This is where I started getting more collage-y and I don't know, just decorative with the sketchbook. This is render marker paper because I wanted to use markers in the sketchbook, but like I said, they didn't work too well when used actually on the page. So I did these on my render paper and just cut them out and stuck them in here, along with some random sea life that I don't normally draw. So yeah, this was really fun. I like how these turned out. They are super cute. Some fish, because I don't draw fish a lot either, so I wanted to do some art with those. So that was really fun. Some background practice with the paint pens. This turned out a lot looser and more messy than I intended, but yeah, it was really fun to do. And some jellyfish. I really love this page, actually. This was a lot of fun to do. Again, this was acrylic paint in the back and then the paint pens over top. The Arteza ones, they have like this really almost sticky and like really shiny texture as opposed to the matte look that the Poscas have. So I think I used them in combination here, and yeah, this was actually super fun to do. And this was some style practice. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to stylize humans, and I drew some little doggos here. These two are just random girls. And then her, him, and these two are actually from a novel that I was working on last year that I kind of just abandoned because I don't have time to work on it. So yeah. This was another experimental style page. This one I had a lot of fun with. Over here I just did like a little pattern page. I don't think I've ever like really attempted to do any kind of pattern before, so I just did like a bunch of witchy themed stuff with the paint pens again. That was really fun. And then this is just a random bunny. The original color, well, the original paint color that I put on this page was like this bluish metallic. So I just used some water, I think this is the water-based marker on top, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I just did the bunny, and then to make it pop, I just put some white acrylic pen all around it. This is yet more style experiments. This was super fun, and I really like how this turned out. I don't know how well it shows on my camera, but it's very glittery in person. I think this one I actually did this side first and then moved on to this one. So just some kind of festive deer, I guess. And this was just some more stylization practice with Dakotas. So this was, let me get the back of you. Yeah, this was just a fun little doodle page, low pressure, trying to figure out how to stylize certain things. So yeah, more stylization, this time with humans. Yeah, I was really enjoying drawing in this really simple kind of noodly style. Yeah, I would like to do more practice in it, but yeah, I think this is the last attempt at stylizing humans that I did in here. Yeah, that's the same girl from the last page. Her name is Anne, and then everything else is just random. And I pulled out my gouache to start trying to work with that again, and I did these quick, very loose landscapes. Yeah, not much to say about these. They're not masterpieces by any means, but they're okay. I like them. And this is a bobtailed squid. I just randomly wanted to draw a squid because I don't think I've really drawn them before, again. So this was fun. This is colored pencil, and I think this is Colorase pencil. And yeah, it was kind of a hand killer to do all of these spots and all of the variation in the colors, but yeah, that was fun. And I did a bunch of Digimon. I think these are in training Digimon. Yeah, I did these with a new set of water-based markers that I got. I didn't have very many colors in my original set, so I got a whole new set to use just for the sketchbook. So yeah. And this is, since I was on a Digimon kick, I did Guilmon in Posca pen. It was interesting trying to block things out in the different colors, because I'd never really done that before. So yeah, I think it turned out pretty good, except for this little smudge that appeared. And I freaking love this page. I just went on a huge stand kick from JoJo, and I've been wanting to draw Death 13 forever because I think his design is so freaking cool, even though I'm not really a big fan of clowns or anything like that, but this was super fun. Again, this was that cheap colorful paper that I got from the dollar store, and I found that when you use alcohol marker on it, alcohol marker will actually pull up the color of the paper, so it kind of gives like this watercolory vibe to it, I guess. It's really weird, and I did have to clean off my alcohol markers a lot because it was pulling up the color. So yeah, to get the lighter parts, I actually used the colorless blender just to lift the color up out of the paper. And yeah, this page came out really cool. I really like it. And this is another stand. This is Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, otherwise known as D4C. I thought his design was super cool as well. And then I did a little sketch thingy of Funny Valentine, which is his stand user. Shout out to all the other JoJo fans, by the way. I'm obsessed. Yet another stand. Also one whose design I really like. You'll notice a theme that I really like the designs of the enemy stands. You know, our JoBro stands are cool too, but I don't know, I just enjoy the enemy stands a lot more. This is White Snake from Stone Ocean. And this is just a bunch of cute random food, more paint pen practice. This was a whole lot of fun to do. Yeah, I was trying to do like a more simplified food style, and yeah, I really enjoyed this. I like how this page came out. Look, more stands! Except we're actually now featuring a JoBro stand. This is King Crimson from Golden Wind, and gosh, I keep forgetting his Sticky Fingers. Yeah, I keep confusing him with his name from the English sub, which was Zipper Man, so I keep wanting to call him Zipper Man even though his name is Sticky Fingers. Also from Golden Wind. And this is just more paint pen practice. It's not an exact replica of the film from the screen cap from Howl's Moving Castle, but it is based off a screen cap from Howl's Moving Castle. Just a quick little thing of Turnip Head. On this note, I don't know if anybody has ever read the book of Howl's Moving Castle, but the movie is based off a book. And just want to say that the book is actually really good, and I might get hate for this, but I actually enjoyed the book more than the movie, even though I was absolutely obsessed with the movie when I was younger. But yeah, the book is super good, so check it out if you like to read. And this is Haku from Spirited Away. Some more colored pencil practice. Some more random how do you say it? Ghibli stuff? Yeah. I got some, some little sticky notes from Amazon, I think. And yeah, I just did some more collage-y type stuff with this. Did some kodamas and his mask on the marker paper and just stuck it in here. Yeah. This is some more paint pen stuff. I just wanted to do like a simple design with that, so I did Sans mask covered in the little demon worm thingies from Princess Mononoke. And this is just one of the wolves and gosh, I forgot his name. How am I forgetting all these names? Like, I know these characters, I've seen these movies a bunch of times. Yakul, a random wolf, Yakul, and a random boar from Princess Mononoke. Alright. So, yeah, story time, I guess. Me and my husband walk our dogs pretty much every day. Well, it's usually just me. He only walks with us when he has a day off from work. So we have had a lot of interesting and terrifying experiences at this park by our house that we go to. So I decided to turn them into cryptids, I guess. So cryptid number 1 is the old man and the mascot. This is basically this dude who's like always showing up at the park, and he always has his dog off leash, and it always tries to approach us even though my dogs are not friendly. So yeah, I just kind of turned him into a monster. And then the park, it was really sketchy for quite a while before they kind of started trying to clean it up. But still, we have like these random people that just come around and just creep around the park in their cars for seemingly no reason. And yeah, just kind of, I turned them into monsters as well. So there's that. This is just a random creature. I was looking through one of my boards on Pinterest and came across a lizardfish and a hammerhead worm, so I just thought it might be fun to combine them into this like Leviathan type thing. And this is some style practice with goats. This was really fun. Well, I think sheep and goats. I think all of these were based off reference pictures that I took when I went to visit a rescue farm. Yeah, so just a bunch of sheep and goats from that farm. And this is more of that colorful paper that I used. The brown parts and the background were with alcohol marker, and then I did some of the highlights with paint pen, and the little decorations around the edge and the outline was done in paint pen too. So this was really simple but really fun. Turned out more artsy than I usually do. Yeah, just a random cow. He was also from that farm with the goats and the sheep. And just some random plants. Just felt like doing a little bit of practice. I've been really into houseplants lately, so yeah, I just wanted to draw a few of them. I think these references are from Pinterest as well. And we got some chickens. Wanted to practice doing some more style stuff with chickens. I really like how this turned out. It's very cute and I like all of the colors. And some doodles of some whales because I don't draw whales a whole lot, so I wanted to practice them. And I freaking love this page so much. I was kind of feeling some more summery colors, so I did, I think this is all gouache and maybe a little bit of paint pen and colored pencil. But yeah, every year we have a bunch of blackberries growing in our front yard, and my dogs have learned to forage for them. So yeah, we'll look out our window sometimes and just see our dogs just cramming berries down their throats. So I took some pictures of them doing that and did these quick little I guess, yeah, stylized drawings of them, just really simple. And I used some gouache to do this, to paint the dogs. And yeah, it was really fun. I really enjoyed just having a really loose kind of style. And then these flowers are actually from my mom's garden at her farm. And I felt like continuing the vibes from the last page, so I did some more, slightly more tightened up drawings of the dogs, Achilles and Eden, if you know them from other videos, and then just some random flowers that I found at one of the parks that we go to walk the dogs. And some random mushrooms. This was a really fun page to do with all of the colors and all the different shapes and all that. So yeah, I think this is done with gouache as the initial layer, and then some paint pen and colored pencil details. This is a random page. I just wasn't sure what to draw, so I took this and just did a bunch of red stuff here. I don't know, just a flaming skull, I guess. I was listening to a bunch of creepypastas and just like no sleep stories and stuff, so yeah, I just wanted to do something a little spooky. And speaking of spooky, that also carried over to this spread. Just some random creepy stuff. Just a window monster and this undead sphinx, I guess. And this is some more animal practice. This is where I really got the hang of doing the paint pen on the paint swatches from Walmart. This was a whole lot of fun to do. I love how this bunny came out. And I also really love this bird. And just some more random animals, just trying to practice. And this is just some random landscapes. I did these all in pen. Yeah, I just wanted to try doing some simple landscapes. Just some random pictures from Pinterest and just some random trees. And I don't draw gems a whole lot, so they really give me a struggle, so I wanted to practice those a bit. Again with the paint pens, and then these were marker on the render paper. And a little bit of colored penciled as well. And this is just a koi. Yeah, trying to do something a little more artsy over here. Just to try and fill out this spread, because I'm getting toward the end here. And this is just more of a mood board page, kind of. I was testing out layouts with some new stationery supplies I got, which I actually have an unboxing of coming up. I just wanted to get some more items in before I finish up that video, but yeah, just some random yellow and pink themed stuff. Not really any theme as far as the content, just more so just with the colors. You got a little Shiba, some flowers, a switch, random yellow things, a fox, and a yellow Totoro. And this is the last page here, just another mood board type thing. I was going for like a cottagecore / witchy vibe. So yeah, just a bunch of random stuff I did while listening to a no sleep story. Well, I don't think it was no sleep. It was something else, I think. But I was listening to the Left Right game by B Busta. Well, he narrated it. He didn't actually write it, I don't think. But yeah, if you like creepy stuff, definitely look up the Left Right game. narrated by B Busta on YouTube. It is one of the best scary stories out there. I love it. And yeah, this is just a swatch page I did with my paint pens and water-based pencils and some other stuff, but that's it. That's all we got. So yeah, this was really fun. I enjoyed this a whole lot. I feel like I got a lot out of the sketchbook, just trying to find joy in art again and learning what I like to draw and how I like to draw. So yeah, thank you guys for joining me on my very first sketchbook tour. So I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!